Alright, we're going first on this one. Usually when going first I go for 2 1-keys. Feels pretty nice to take the points early. And I usually go for these high health ones. Cowbell and Tickles are really good. Tickles is just a very good 1-key for capturing points early game, since it's tanky and still has some attack power. This opens up a lot of things you can go after this. Okay, we're just getting a response cowbell and a jar cannon. That is interesting. I guess I cannot kill this, but I would never really be able to with 1-keys. Could just place this up here. If they choose to double hit this and hit it again to kill it, then I will be able to kill that cowbell in return and I will be up a point. Considering I'm gonna summon something here, obviously. What do I want to summon though? I actually think I want to threaten this jar cannon, to be honest. Which we can do with a murder wing pretty easily. Could go murder wing and another 1-key actually. Let's go murder wing and an electric cat since they are double mechanicals here. I think I like that. Let's just check. Yeah, it does threaten. Always check your levels on whether a murder wing can threaten the jar cannon. Same with snowballs. If they're really high level, you cannot kill them. Are they just poking or are they killing? Oh, they're actually killing it. That means they have to put a tanky phobia here. I could have put my murder wing further out to really just deny this play. But I also don't really feel like this play is that big a deal. Because I'll just kill this cowbell, so that's not really something I care that much about. Do I want to take all of the points? I could sacrifice this ability here to take all of the points with my 1-keys. They would only be able to kill one of them, I think, if I do that. That is pretty interesting. I think maybe I should try that actually. Just do this. And we take all of the points. This puts a lot of pressure on them. And it still threatens the jar cannon because of the electric cat down here. We'll then go for a cassowary up here to threaten this. And maybe we bring another 1-key even. Could even have brought a bomb here, but I think just another combat 1-key is better. The cassowary is pretty important because it threatens this Afi. And they can't kill it, I don't think. No, they can't kill it. They would have to be very over level to kill it here. Afi deals like nearly no damage. Does not do enough. Afi's damage is pathetic when it doesn't have the temper buff. They have to double hit this to kill it. Which I don't even know if that's worth it, to be honest. They then have to put something here also, which will probably just be a 1-key, but yeah. Can I kill this Afi? I mean, I definitely can, but can I do it in a good way? I kind of don't want to sacrifice my cassowary for it, to be honest, but maybe I just should because I'm ahead on panic points. So if we are doing a bunch of fighting, it's kind of in my favor. Let's hit this twice just to see. I think the murder wing is fine here. Because we're gonna block for it. I do have to let the cassowary be. Maybe I don't have to double hit with the murder wing then. Let's see how much damage this is. Go here, please. Okay, this is enough. Then I can actually move this if I wanted to. Can hold this, put this up here. This is a better way of threatening the jar cannon because they can't block for it. So now they are forced to move this. And then we want to bring another fighting phobia. I'm thinking a Spot right now. Spot is generally speaking pretty good on this map. And I wanted 2 movement, 2 range phobia here. So it's either Spot or like a Tooth Fairy here maybe. Something like this is good. Could also have gone Thunder Rocks because they do have a K9000, but that is probably trying to make use of that phobia a bit too much. I think this is pretty good position for me though. They can definitely kill several of my phobies here, but it is not that easy for them to do in a good way. Are they just killing this? I guess so. And then they're snowballing, I would guess. But if they're snowballing, they're not getting any of my points, and they're still losing the K9000. And this even. So they would be going, what, 5 keys for 3 or 4 keys at least? Unless I can kill the jar cannon somehow. But they are using a snowball, and they're not getting any points back. So that's not necessarily really a good trade for them even. Okay, they're defending the jar cannon here, which is probably a good choice. Don't think they even need to. They could actually walk in with this and hit something. Or try and take the point up here. Could they have taken the point up here with this? I think they could have, right? They should definitely have taken this point if they could have. I didn't really give it enough attention here. Tell whether they could have done that or not. Can I just double hit it with this, actually? That would be better. No, I cannot. It's a little bit out of range. 30 health. It's also a little bit higher level, I think. No, it's the same level. That's apparently just how that math works out. Move this forward to here in order to pressure the heart. We kill this. Obviously, that is a very obvious kill. And then we bring some more fast phobies. We bring a creep, I think. Because we want something with range and another 1 key. This is something that people don't do enough, which is just bring a ton of 1 keys. Makes it very hard for the opponent to play if they are going too slow. Which they were here. They did not respond well enough to me taking points. So now they're in a position where they have to defend against the spot hitting their heart, and they also have to defend against these 1 keys, and they have to take the points back. That is a lot of things to do. And I even have a creep setting here. Why are they retreating? If you retreat here, you die, I'm pretty sure. And I can still kill this jar cannon. They have to block for it still. They don't even get to take a point back here. Because they have no power. That was why it was pretty good for me that they went snowball last turn. They were forced to go snowball, pretty much. Because snowball is only really strong when it has the ability. When it does not have the ability, it's actually a very weak phobie. So on the turn after someone snowballs, they are usually low on power. If you can, like, say it that way, I guess. But yeah, I'm just hitting the heart here. I'm pretty sure they're dead. I mean, they're not dead on this turn, but they are effectively speaking dead. This is the only downside to bringing this many 1 keys. If they don't die, well, you can't summon anything. But do I care here? I'm not sure I do. So, because the great thing about this is I don't have to move from my panic points. I can just hold them. And I'm just blocking for this spot right now. So they have to kill my spot and they have to reclaim panic points. That is not happening here with 3 keys. Don't think they could even do that with 9 keys here, to be honest. At least not well enough to survive. Even if they somehow manage to, like, take back a couple points, I can just Noxious and guarantee kill their heart. So, there's no way of them surviving in this situation ever. They just didn't really go fast enough early game. And you can see that is the power of opening with 2 1 keys that are really tanky. You get to take panic points for free when the opponent doesn't respond appropriately. And then you just die if you, like, play it well. You end up just killing people very, very fast. They have no way of doing anything here. They are already dead. Electric Cat MVP. It's not something you see that often. But yeah, you can see these two are just like, they did not deal with them here. Also, Jar Cannon turn 1 is not something I really like here. If you want to defend against this kind of opener, the usual play is to put a spot here and a 1 key down here. At least that's what I've been doing. Because then if I take this point up here, you have the spot to double hit. If I go down here, the 1 key will hit. Take the middle point, the spot can double hit. And yeah, your spot is not going to 1-tap these two with just 2 hits, but then you can bring the Jar Cannon on the turn after to lob over. Or you can bring your 1 key further into the map if you really want to. Like you can put a 1 key here and then you will always be able to kill without bringing Jar Cannon. If you don't want to play for Jar Cannon on this map, which is also fine. I think Jar Cannon is okay here, but it's not great. So you can also choose to not use it. The only good thing about Jar Cannon is that you can poke the opponents hard if they are playing too passively, but I don't really think that matters that much. So on this map I usually don't think Jar Cannon is good. At least not early game. You can use it if you can get like good vault snipes and stuff, of course. But you can see why it's too weak here. They're in a position now where they kind of have to kill this, because if they go down here and take the point, I just kill it and I take all of the points again. If they go up here and kill it though, they end up losing their cowbell and I can kill, like I can very easily kill it. Can take multiple points like you saw me saw that I did. But even if I hadn't done that, I would have gotten a free kill and I would have threatened this Jar Cannon very easily to force them back onto their side of the map. Just have been very hard to deal with for them. If they instead have a spot, they could double hit this. And they had a 1 key down here, probably a tanky one. They could maybe take this point, or they could Jar Cannon this and take the point back up here. And that way they would make sure that they don't fall behind on penning points and just die like that. Because it is a real threat that one of the players could put a lobber up here or down here if you're player 2 and start hitting your heart if you get low on health. And they can kill you very quickly there like that. People tend to go either spot, Hevo, or Klepto on this map and bring it near the opponent's heart. Like it sits down here-ish. And then whenever the opponent like goes too low on their health, you can roll in and start hitting their heart. Or you can bring it up here to start hitting over to defend your own heart. That's a very common thing to do. So you can't really let people just like get ahead on this map, because they will literally just kill you with a lobber most of the time if you let them do that. Also, Happy is way too slow here. That should have been a K9000 if they wanted to like go for this sort of play. It probably have been a K9000 and a 1 key down here even, just to be super aggressive to respond to this. If your opponent is playing very aggressively with 1 keys and fast phobies, you kind of have to respond in kind most of the time. Or you at the very least have to bring like probably a couple 1 keys and then a turret to stabilize. You can't be bringing these like slow phobies like a Happy and Jar Cannon, which doesn't deal enough damage to all of these like high stat small phobies that I'm bringing. You just end up unable to kill enough things and then you lose.